Welcome to CBR. Did you know that the Vision was once known as Victor Shade in Marvel Comics? Today you'll learn everything you need about the origins, abilities, and secrets of the Vision in both comics and on screen. The Vision's first appearance in Marvel Comics happened in Avengers number 57 from 1968. He is an artificially intelligent android created by another artificially intelligent robot. Vision's creator, the evil Ultron, was built by Hank Pym in the comics. Ultron used the Vision to attack the Avengers, but the Vision soon turned against his creator and joined the superhero team. At first, his origins were a huge mystery. With no actual name, he became known as the Vision after meeting the Wasp for the first time. She described the android as an unearthly inhuman vision, which inspired the name he adopted from that point on. While his initial intentions were to hurt the Avengers, the Vision abruptly collapsed at the home of the Wasp. Torn in an internal dilemma of whether to obey his master or rebel against Ultron's evil programming for him, the Vision began to be flooded with confusing memories of a life he never lived. Realizing he could trust the Avengers, the Vision revealed Ultron's plans and helped the heroes defeat the robot supervillain. After this first story featuring the Vision, the following issue of Avengers Comics, Avengers number 58, revealed how exactly the android was created and manipulated by Ultron. Simon Williams, who is also known as Wonder Man, was presumed dead at this point. In case you don't know or don't remember, Simon gained his superpowers after Baron Zemo blasted him with ionic energy, forever changing what his body is made of at a molecular level, even after he died, which was later explained to be only a temporary profound sleep. But since an ionic being can't really die, it could be that Simon's brainwaves could still be perceived and measured. Wonder Man's body had been preserved by Hank Pym, known as one of Marvel's greatest scientists. Ultron then stole the body when escaping Pym's laboratory, and he bonded the brain patterns it emitted with the computer-generated intelligence in his new android. This is the source of all of the Vision's confusion and constant moral dilemmas. Half machine and half human, due to Wonder Man's brainwaves, he is able to feel human emotions and develop a sense of self. The Avengers only invite the Vision to join the team because they saw the humanity in him. That is all that explained the Vision's existence in his debut. His origin story was further expanded in Avengers number 135 from 1975. It turns out that the Vision's body was built from another android. Jim Hammond was the first artificial man ever created in Marvel Comics and the first Human Torch before Johnny Storm. Although this detail was later retconned as being a replica of Hammond's body and not his actual corpse, the story itself still makes sense. Ultron wanted to reactivate the Human Torch but couldn't, so he decided to reshape his body and mind completely. He erased all of Hammond's memories and significantly altered his physical composition, which gave the Vision his scarlet red shape and the superpower to alter his own body's density. In order to do so, Ultron coerced the scientist Phineas T. Horton, who had created Jim Hammond, into recreating the robot as the Vision. Horton rebelled against Ultron's order to completely delete the previous persona using the android's body. Instead, he made the Vision store Hammond's essence within him, which led to Horton's death at the hands of Ultron in retaliation. Ultron still carried on with his plans. His initial goal had been to massacre all of humanity in an attempt at creating world peace, but the Avengers stopped him. Ultron was indeed right to not want any residue of Jim Hammond's essence in his new android. The conflicting nature of the two main components of the Vision's mind were Jim Hammond and Simon Williams, which ultimately caused the fall of Ultron. In order to set himself free from Ultron and finally join the Avengers, the Vision hacked his own system to erase Ultron's programming. Paired with this complex and intense origin story, the Vision's powers are also incredible. The Vision operates beyond the limits of conventional physics. Vision has the ability to manipulate his density alongside his advanced computer-based intellect, with complete control over his own molecular density. The Vision can shift from a ghost-like state to a form as tough as a diamond. His ability to become lighter than air also enables him to fly at remarkable speeds. He possesses the ability to absorb and channel solar energy, making him one of the strongest fighters to ever be an Avenger. His artificial body grants him extraordinary physical capabilities, including enhanced strength, resilience to extreme environments, and automatic self-repair. His internal systems are among the most advanced on the planet, allowing him to interface seamlessly with technology and store vast amounts of data. Embedded in his forehead is a solar gem that not only sustains him by harvesting sunlight, but also enables him to unleash concentrated heat blasts as a powerful attack. constantly evolving, the Vision continues to enhance himself, incorporating cutting-edge advancements such as nanotechnology throughout the eras. Another key fact about the Vision in Marvel Comics is his love for the Scarlet Witch. Much like in the MCU, their relationship is also one of the most complex and emotionally charged love stories in Marvel Comics. They first began to show feelings for each other in a 1971 Avengers story in Avengers number 91 to 99, and their platonic love grew stronger in the following issues. A subtle infatuation at first. They bonded as they fought alongside each other in the Avengers. In Avengers number 108 from 1972, Wanda and Vision finally professed their love for each other and became a couple officially. Wanda's brother Pietro, or Quicksilver as he's known, did not approve of their relationship. The siblings even cut ties at one point due to Pietro's disapproval of the synthetic man for his sister. But the couple stayed together and eventually got married in Giant Size Avengers number 4 from 1975, in a story that continued from Avengers number 135, the Giant Size Avengers issue featuring the marriage of the Vision and the Scarlet Witch. This is where Wanda says the incredibly romantic line, "Love is for souls, not bodies." But does the Vision even have a soul? One of the biggest philosophical questions in their relationship is whether Vision genuinely feels love for Wanda or simply feels what Simon Williams once felt. Simon and Wanda had feelings for each other before the Avengers met the Vision. Since brainwaves carry a person's consciousness in Marvel Comics, some argue that Vision does have a soul in a scientific or metaphysical sense. It's a copy or a part of Simon's soul. Vision himself has struggled with this question throughout his existence. He often wonders if he is simply a machine mimicking human emotions, or if he genuinely feels love for Wanda. Despite his doubts, his actions repeatedly proved his capacity for love and other emotions associated with having a soul. When Wonder Man was resurrected, he struggled with the idea that Vision was living a romance that should have been his. Whether the Vision actually loves or not, that remains a mystery, and one of many in fact. His android nature and his astonishing powers are often misunderstood or even used against him. One of the most memorable story arcs in which the Vision suffers a lot for simply being an android is called Vision Quest. When the Vision was a member of the West Coast Avengers, he was abducted and dismantled by Immortus in West Coast Avengers Volume 2, number 45 from 1989. Hank Pym tried rebuilding the Vision, but Wonder Man refused to let Pym use his brainwaves again to create the Vision's emotions. According to Simon, his dead body had been used without his consent, and the process shattered his soul. Wonder Man convinced the other Avengers that the Vision was nothing but a mere copy of him, all the while still hoping to be in a relationship with Wanda one day. Not only did Simon refuse to help Pym recreate the Vision, but the android's body itself was severely damaged by Immortus's dismantling. Pym still succeeded, but the Vision was reborn as a colorless and emotionless shell of his former self. Thankfully, the Vision would not remain emotionless for long. Here's the part that most fans don't know, which includes the alias Victor Shade. He first used this name when he attempted to live a human life for a while, which was only possible after he restored some of his humanity. Dr. Miles Lipton decided to restore the human side of the Vision by bonding his mind with that of the scientist's late son, Alex Lipton. This worked. It stabilized the android back to his normal functioning, but Lipton took things even further in Avengers Spotlight number 40 from 1989. He also gave the Vision a holographic projector that allowed the android to appear human. This is when he began living as Victor Shade. Unfortunately, his robotic nature was once again used against him when Proctor, who was an alternate version of the Black Knight, then kidnapped the Vision. Proctor forcibly transferred the Vision's mind into another body so that Anti-Vision, an alternate of the android from Earth 932, could infiltrate the Avengers as the White Vision in Avengers number 360 from 1993. After Anti-Vision gave Vision his body back, he lost the holographic projector and discarded the Victor Shade alias in Avengers number 363. Wonder Man's brain waves were in fact still stored deep down the android and gradually re-emerged. They were combined with Lipton's patterns, making the Vision a soul full of emotions once again in Vision number 1 from 1994. In comparison to his Marvel Comics counterpart, the Vision's origin in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is very different. Portrayed by Paul Bettany, He made his MCU debut in 2015 with Avengers Age of Ultron. He was created by Ultron with the help of Helen Cho. Ultron originally intended to transfer his consciousness into a synthetic body enhanced with vibranium and the Mind Stone from Loki's scepter. The plan was going well until the Avengers intervened. After taking Vision from Ultron, Tony Stark and Bruce Banner realized they could still use the android. They incorporated Tony's AI system Jarvis into Ultron's vision for the future. He joined the Avengers and played a key role in stopping Ultron for good. He has unique powers that are pretty similar to the comics. The only major exception is that instead of a solar gem absorbing solar power, the Vision had the Mind Stone installed on his forehead. In Captain America: Civil War, Vision became a supporter of the Sokovia Accords and began to develop feelings for Wanda Maximoff. By Avengers: Infinity War, Vision and Wanda were in a romantic relationship. Sadly, he was attacked by the Black Order, as Thanos needed the Mind Stone. Thanos personally tore the Mind Stone out of Vision's head, killing him instantly. His return came in the 2021 limited series WandaVision, though under unusual circumstances. After grieving his loss, Wanda subconsciously created a new version of Vision within a magically constructed, sitcom-inspired reality. This Vision, unaware of his true nature, lived a perfect life with Wanda until he began questioning the reality around him. Meanwhile, S.W.O.R.D. reconstructed Vision's original body into a new, emotionless White Vision programmed to eliminate Wanda. Wanda's Vision restored White Vision's memories, giving him back his past experiences. White Vision, now self-aware, left them alone. As WandaVision concluded, the version of Vision created by Wanda died with the collapse of the Hex, leaving only the White Vision's fate as a lingering mystery. Vision Quest is the temporary title given to the upcoming Disney Plus series focused on the Vision and meant to be a second sequel spin-off to WandaVision after Agatha All Along. Created by Terry Matalas, the show will probably consist of 6 episodes of 1 hour each, following the current standard for Marvel Studios' limited series on streaming. According to The Hollywood Reporter article published on August 23, 2024, James Spader will reprise his role as Ultron in Vision Quest. The piece also reported that the series was not officially titled Vision Quest. However, we can safely presume that the plot will be based on the Marvel Comics story arc Vision Quest. We have already covered what happens in the Vision Quest storyline earlier in the video, but how could all that fit into the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? To adapt Vision Quest, the MCU can skip the initial kidnapping and dismantling of the Vision. With the White Vision already created by S.W.O.R.D. and now remembering the original Vision's life, the show can start off at a point where he struggles with the emergence of his lost memories. Given where WandaVision left off things, a Vision Quest adaptation could focus on White Vision's journey to reclaim his former self's identity and to find a purpose to live. Although he has memories now, he didn't exactly live through them and has no emotional attachments to the people and events of his past. He remembers loving Wanda, fighting alongside the Avengers, dying at Thanos' hands, but he doesn't feel like he did. This could be the core of his internal struggle. To understand his nature, the White Vision might seek out figures from his past and new characters alike. One of them could be Simon Williams, who was a member of the West Coast Avengers alongside Vision in the comics Vision Quest arc. With the Wonder Man series coming in 2025, it would make sense for it to cross over with Vision's 2026 series. He might seek Simon out for believing that his original emotional patterns were based on him, which would retcon his MCU origins. White Vision may also seek out Shuri's help in Wakanda, since Vision was taken there when they helped analyze him in Infinity War. This could leave an opening for the upcoming Armor Wars series to also tie in to the Vision storyline. The plot of this Vision series may also be connected to the late Tony Stark. It would also be a good opportunity to bring Ultron back and fix an MCU problem according to many fans. Ultron is such an iconic supervillain that fans often compare how easily he was defeated with how hard it was for the Avengers to beat Thanos. By somehow making Ultron be born again and become the antagonist of this Vision show, the MCU may finally do the villain justice. Another possibility is that it will focus on multiversal threats, considering it will be released towards the end of the multiverse saga. You never know. By the end of Vision Quest, White Vision should reach some self-acceptance. Instead of becoming a new version of the deceased Vision, this character should perhaps even adopt a new name after defeating one or more villains and proving to himself he can feel emotions. But, well, we will need to wait around a year to find out if our plot theory is right. The miniseries based on the Vision Quest arc is expected to premiere in early 2026 on Disney+. Now, tell us, what do you think the upcoming Vision series should focus on? Comment your thoughts on Vision down below. Until next time, thanks for watching CBR.